The first day was hard because it was when our foster son found out that he was being taken away from his family. And so when I picked him up, all the kids were going their separate ways, and he was one of the last ones, and just him crying and crying so much. And I really felt bad for him at that time, and we kind of bonded pretty quick. Initially, we only wanted to do like respite or short-term emergency type care. And then we had him for 2 days.
Yeah, he was supposed to be here for 5, and on day 2, we explained to him he was going to go to another foster family because we were only going to do the short term. And he said, well, why can't I just stay with you? And we couldn't give a very good answer as to why he couldn't stay with us. And like he said, we did bond very quickly with him. He was just so scared when he came into our house, and that was just something that was so hard for us to see, is that I just had to reassure him over and over that he's safe and he doesn't need to be scared of us. Yeah. And getting through those first few nights with him, and then him to be comfortable. And I think we really just decided, why would we want him to be moved to another foster home for him to go through that experience again? So we talked to the social worker and said, I guess we'll keep him long term.
Children come into foster care because their home life is not safe. It's not stable, and the children are at risk. My name is Vanessa Haar. I'm the foster home licensor at Burleigh County Social Services. Some of the main reasons why children end up in foster care are because their parents are using drugs. Parents or caretakers may be having domestic violence in their relationships. The children have been directly or indirectly impacted by that. They may have been neglected by their parents due to the parents' substance abuse issues. They may have been abused because of that. Children come into foster care because home life is not ideal.
Children coming into foster care oftentimes have nothing except for the clothes on their back, and we don't know when they've been fed a meal last. My name is Kim Ozichuk. I'm the director at Burleigh County Social Services. There is such a need for people to open their homes to provide care for these children when they enter into foster care and provide normal child development. When we have children and we can't find a placement for them and we take them in the middle of the night, there have been times where we've had social workers stay in the office with the children. They unfortunately cannot take them to their house because they're not licensed, and it's a conflict of interest as they're the caseworker. So that's why it's so important for us to have licensed foster parents that'll answer their phone, that'll provide that emergency care to take these children that come out of the home in the middle of the night. Children coming into foster care have not had the normal life that other children have had. They've had a lot of ups and downs. A lot of times they don't know where they're going to lay their head at night and sleep. They never know when their next meal is. So when those children are coming into foster care, there may be issues of children trying to figure out what the structure is within the household. And so foster parents really have to have a lot of patience for these children and provide that guidance for them.
Right now, we have some really wonderful foster parents. What makes them so wonderful is that they are patient, they're compassionate, they work well with kids. They enjoy working with kids and having them in their home, being able to provide for them and make them feel safe and make them feel like they're at home. When the foster children are in the foster home, naturally they build a relationship with them. After the children leave, they may still maintain that relationship with those foster parents. It's so nice to see when that happens and know that the foster parents truly cared about them in their heart, and the foster children can see that and they can feel that.
We try not to put children in care. We always try to offer services and work with the family first. Provide them with any case management that they may have to try to keep the family intact and the children safe.
Prevention is key. To get services in to build those strong, healthy families is essential. When children do have to come into foster care because there is no other option, what is very important for us is to have foster homes, to have good, caring, stable, committed foster parents.
To have him say, when I leave, I'm gonna miss you, you know, I'm really gonna miss you. Those kinds of things are rewarding.
You become very attached to them, and we realize that he could be gone this evening. He could be reunified, or situations have changed at home, and that when it's his time to go, that it's his time to go, and we do have to pack him up and let him go. So we know that that day is going to come, and although it will be difficult, when they reunify with their families, and they're reunifying that the family did everything that they needed to do to get their child back, that's a really good feeling too, because you know you were a part of that success story.